What is happening, spectacular spider friends? Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. How's everybody doing? Because the powers that be, YouTube force us to stream a certain amount of times. We're back with more Spider-Man and a crinkly water bottle. So I just woke up. How's everybody doing? And today is a Miles Morales-centered episode. And then tomorrow is a Miles Morales video that will be uploaded at noon discussing Miles being now the center of the Spider-Man Insomniac universe and, well, everything that's transpiring because of that, which personally I think is a bad idea, but I'll get into that in my video tomorrow. Just to give you guys a brief synopsis, Sony in general likes to group together all the Spider-Man sales, saying that the Spider-Man game has sold 33 million worldwide, but they're actually including the 2018 game, the Miles Morales game, the Spider-Man Remastered, and the Spider-Man Remastered on PC. So the Miles Morales game is actually, next to the remastered version, the lowest selling versions of Spider-Man. But, you know, outside of Japan, they don't want people to know that. So they just group them all together when they do their statistics. And based on their statistics and thinking that, you know, people are very happy with Peter being retired, they're going full in that Miles is going to be Spider-Man now. And my feeling is they probably should have waited until after Spider-Man 3, like giving a proper send-off to Peter Parker after his trilogy concludes, and then going with a brand new storyline involving Miles Morales. That would make the most sense, but I guess Insomniac believes that it's not going to hurt them, when in reality the Miles Morales game did not really sell. You know, because people wanted Peter Parker Spider-Man. The reason why Spider-Man 2 is going to do really well is because the Miles fans and the Peter Parker fans united into one game. And if you just have Miles alone again, then you're looking at probably another 6 to maybe 7 million copies if you're lucky. But people also have to remember that the Miles Morales game also was a pack-in basically with the PS5. So...
yeah, I mean, like, I was just thinking about this. Miles is a popular character. People do like Miles a lot. He's very likable.
He's a relatively new character, though.
But, yeah, it would be like he's just not as popular as Peter Parker, because think about it. Like, if they made the Arkham games about Nightwing instead of Batman, people wouldn't buy them as much because people are used to Batman. He's just more well-known.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's the same with Miles Morales and Peter Parker. I think
Correct.
Peter Parker is just more well-known. It's nothing against Miles, just like there's nothing against Nightwing. It's just that everyone knows who Peter Parker is, just like everyone knows who Batman is.
Yep.
So he's a much newer character, and so he's just not going to bring in the numbers as much as Peter Parker would.
He could bring in the numbers, but he needs more time to build that up. Like, if you do like a really big storyline with Spider-Man 3, and you give Peter Parker a proper conclusion, kind of like, you know, the big send-off that Batman had in Arkham Knight, then you could easily make Miles the face of the franchise without any problems.
Yeah, I mean, it is a really interesting idea to make him the face of the franchise. I mean, eventually, just like, you know, like, you have the Young Justice League and the Teen Titans and stuff like that taking over after the Justice League and stuff like that, in the same way in the, you know, Avengers universe and you know, the Spiderverse. Having the next generation take over is actually a really interesting idea and a cool storyline idea. It's just, the problem is, when you do that, exactly what Luke is saying, like, you would need to really, like, have a really big send-off and, like, build the hype tremendously, because it's got to be based off of, like, the hype is going to have to be based off of this game. It can't be based off of years of comic books, because not as many people are going to have read the Miles books as Peter, because Peter has many more years of comic books than Miles. So you're going to have to hype him a lot more. Like, you're going to have to hype it a lot to bring in the numbers.
Sorry about your dog, Rocky there, Clone Force, of course. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate that. And sorry for your loss with your puppy. So yeah, I mean, pretty much everybody has been waiting for Green Goblin to show up in this series. So have Peter Parker and Green Goblin have their, you know, epic brawl. And then whatever happens at the end of that, then you have the perfect example, or the perfect reason to have Miles become the Spider-Man going forward. Whether, you know, you blow off one of Peter's legs, like what happened in the final battle with him and Green Goblin and the May Parker comic books, or, you know, God forbid, Peter dies, like the Ultimate Comics where Miles took over for good. Because, you know, the Peter Parker of that universe was dead. But still, you need to have Peter Parker be the one to close his trilogy. And then you start fresh with giving Miles a brand new suit, brand new, you know, villains in New York to deal with, and see how it goes from there.
Yeah, I mean, like, I agree. I think, like, the third game should be... Maybe you could start out with Miles, and then maybe, like, he would have to call in Peter, and then Peter would finish and be like, you know what, I'm getting too old for this, or this will be my last one, you're up next time, Miles. And then Spider-Man 4 would be Miles. I think that would be a really good idea, personally. I think that sits well with me, you know, because then Peter gets 3 games for his send-off, you know. Yeah, so, but I was just thinking, because I was thinking about how, you know, people, I noticed there were some people in the chat that were saying they didn't even know who Miles was, and they only were familiar with Peter because it's the only Spider-Man they know, because they're, you know, older, and that, or even newer, and that's the only comic books they've ever seen is Peter, because they don't read comic books a lot.
Miles has been around almost as long as you and I have been married. So Miles, well, actually no, we've been married longer than Miles. I think Miles, if I'm remembering correctly, he's been around in comic books for about 14 to 13 years,
but
I think.
People saying that Miles cannot ever have his own game that will do extremely well, I would say is not entirely correct, because remember his movies starring Miles, except for that did have Peter in it, Into the Spider-Verse. I didn't see the second one.
The second movie had Peter again.
So, I mean, but a lot of that was Miles from Miles' perspective, and it was centered on Miles.
Here's what I would do. Since they introduced Cindy at the end of this game, just like we got a... Because they're probably going to do a DLC for this. If they want to see how well Miles is going to stick at being Spider-Man, like the 2018 Spider-Man game dealt with DLC with, you know, Peter, and then eventually kind of training Miles, or at least, you know, Miles hanging out with Peter a little bit and getting his feet wet. The same needs to be done for Cindy. You can't just rush Cindy and have her become like a Spider-Person for the Spider-Man 3 title. Just like Miles had his own spin-off game, I think Cindy needs hers too. Like, to kind of like introduce her to, you know, the Spider-Man game franchise, as well as, you know, build up that character. And I think that for the Spider-Man 2 game, I think that one of the DLCs in this should focus on probably Carnage and Peter. Because, you know, it was part of his storyline, the flame of the ember things, or whatever you want to call it. And then the rest of the DLC, whatever the DLC will be, we'll say it gets 3-chapter DLC. Then the last 2 DLC chapters should deal with Miles stuff, which would lead into the Silk or the Venom spin-off game. That's just what I would do.
I mean, like, some people thought of Miles' game as almost like DLC, but of course it was its own game. It was just like a shorter game.
The reason why people say that is because it was actually developed as a big DLC update for the Spider-Man game. But the content was enough that they could warrant, you know, a release at launch, and they packaged the game. That's why people make fun of the Miles game a little bit and say, well, it's just DLC. It's like, technically it was created as DLC, but then it became... Right. So you have to respect it once it actually gets its own box art and it's like an actual release. But yes, it did start development as a massive expansion for the 2018 Spider-Man game. That's why it's really not all that different from the 2018 Spider-Man game, because it was supposed to be like a companion to that game as like a great DLC update. And there are games that do that. There are games that go about bringing DLC of characters that you didn't get to play as during the main game, and then you have to play their DLC story. The Arkham Knight games are a perfect example of that, playing as like the Gotham Knights characters, Nightwing, Red Hood, Robin. Even though they had terribly small DLC, you did play as those characters that were introduced in the story. Nightwing's DLC is still terrible, because I think it only takes you about 15 or 10 minutes to get through that whole Penguin thing, which I did react famously for that, because I was very disappointed, because I thought that the Hero DLC for those games was going to be much bigger than they teased, and it turned out to be just a 10-minute insert.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
If you're comparing the second character of the Spider-Man 2018, which is Miles, compared to the second character of Arkham, which is Nightwing, Nightwing got 10-minute treatment.
Robin got 10-minute treatment.
Robin got 10-minute treatment.
And Batgirl got 2 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And then Miles gets a lot more than. Oh, I forgot.
4-hour
about
game.
Batgirl.
Miles was
there you go.
Miles was a 4-hour game, like 4. Actually, some people have gotten through the story faster than that.
So Miles got a lot better treatment from Insomniac than they gave Nightwing and Robin from Arkham.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, Luke. I mean, but I was thinking with the Cindy thing, because Miles had his, thing that was originally DLC and then became its own game, I would be cool with Cindy. The Cindy is Silk, right? Or
yes.
No?
Yep.
Yeah, so Cindy, if she either got DLC, I mean, it doesn't even have to be as much as Miles DLC, because, I mean, not as many people know Cindy as they know Miles. I mean, I know Miles better because of Into the Spiderverse. But, so, like, for me, if she didn't, even if she just got a DLC thing, that would be cool for me. But if she wanted to have an own, like, mini-game, like, not mini-game, but, like, shorter game, like Miles did, that would be fine. I would be cool with that as well, but either one.
So Miles has been around for, like, 13 years. I think Cindy Moon has been in comic books for, like, maybe 10. Maybe less than that. It's either 9 or 10.
I just find Miles a very likable character because the way that his character is set up. I mean, I haven't really read a lot of the comics, so I know they probably make his character and some of the themes like darker in the comics and more like controversial, or not controversial, but more like what do you call it, like dark and like dramatic, and have all this tension and stuff. But the way that they do it in Into the Spider-Verse and in this game, I really like how they have the elements of Miles set up, with his dad and his mom and him and his family. He's very likable. Like, I think
Mi familia. I like that.
The way that they have his base character set up is very likable. Just like, like I think like it reminds me of like in Justice League, oh my gosh, Jon Stewart. Some of his comics, I guess people said, were like dealt with darker themes in his comics, but in the Justice League, they made him extremely likable. Like, they made his character that came out was him being in the service and him being a great leader and everything like that, with him being a Green Lantern. Like, it was extremely likable and was a lot less. They took a lot of the dark elements, like they didn't put that much in as much.
Wait, why are you switching to Peter? I thought this was... Oh, no, I didn't want to do this. I want to play as Miles. No. Miles today, not Peter.
Sorry I wasn't here to help. Could you tell me about this antique I found? It,
That's tomorrow.
Almost killed me.
I cannot help you. I've seen this symbol before. Please leave.
Wait! I can protect you from the hunters.
I'm not worried about them. I thought I left this behind in Volgograd. The flames have been lit. This is his jungle now.
Craven?
Cravenoff.
Okay, we didn't want to do this. I messed up.
The flames have been lit.
Nope. Sorry, guys. I thought that was a Miles story, so I kind of messed up, so we need to leave. Here we go.
That's okay.
I need to go to where the Daily Bugle thing is. Well, not, it's a trumpet. This is it.
But they did that with a lot of the Justice League characters. Like, even Hawkgirl, I feel like she had some... Like, I don't know what she was like in the comics, but she had some weird storylines. And they made her a lot more likable in the Justice League. But they did the same thing in this game. They made all the characters... They just, like, added all the positive elements to everyone. They took away a lot of the really, any kind of story that was, like, super dark.
And kind of reminder, guys and gals, to get the likes up. Let's try to get to 100 likes before the 30-minute mark. We are 14 minutes into the stream. Let's see you guys thwip the like button. And I believe this is Miles. There we go. Switch Spider-Man. This is what we want. Time for dinner with...
Hey, Pete. Yeah. This one's a Morales joint.
This one's a Morales joint. Okay, so
Yeah,
kind of like that.
I just thought of how to limit my community streams so they don't go over.
So the phone
One
number
second.
on the impounded truck was the pre-1970s.
Dinner date with mom.
Letters. Harlem 74321. Did the truck that got away have the same one?
Yeah. But I'm not sure I'm following.
Pre-1970s trucks were terrible polluters because they had no catalytic converters. My office did an initiative to get them off the roads. So there are now very few old trucks in this neighborhood. Si tuviéramos alguna forma de localizarlo.
I got an idea. Nice work, Ma. Back in business.
See, sweetheart, how that puts it back
Yeah,
in.
no.
See? So that was at 1500. What was it saying now?
I know.
See?
If
That's
Mom's
the
right
trick.
about those trucks, they probably left
Well,
behind
I
some
was-
kind of residue.
Just thinking.
Hey, Miles. I heard there's a star-studded gala at the museum.
If I find the missing pieces, yeah.
Never been to a gala before.
Do you want to go?
Thought you'd never ask. What should I wear? Pierce black, low-key glam?
Bro, let me focus.
Right. Good luck.
Okay.
Somebody said we've already played this mission.
Of course we have. We're playing hard mode. We're replaying the entire game 100%.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
98%.
playing through the entire game again. That's why it says hard mode. We're doing an entire playthrough again of it.
And when they release New Game Plus before DLC, we'll be playing this game through on New Game Plus, just like we did the 2018 game.
Notice how the thumbnail is different because it's our second time. through.
Yeah, the thumbnail's a little different. I also wanted to use and incorporate pictures that had like kind of battle damage because hard mode's no joke. Ultimate is going to be rough, but it will be New Game Plus. That means all my abilities will be unlocked whenever they get around to doing New Game Plus. The fact that they didn't have New Game Plus at launch is just very... I don't know. And the fact that you can't change the time of day. And they haven't really gotten rid of every single glitch that's happened. In fact, one of the YouTube shorts that we have coming out this week is Amber and I came into what's known as... I haven't seen many people get this glitch either. It's called the mannequin glitch, where everyone turns into a white, kind of like a stick figure. No, not the square. The square everybody gets. We have, during our live stream, Miles Morales, it was either Miles or it was Peter, phased through the road when we were trying to do a loop-de-loop. And when he came back out of the road, all the people in New York City either vanished or they turned into white stand-ins, like basically like stick figures. Almost like doing the T-pose, but like, you know what they look like? You know the symbol that you see on a restroom that shows a guy and girl? Like you have a white, like kind of like faceless stick figure that looks like the men's room, and then you have a woman's stick figure that has the skirt. That's exactly what it looked like. It was that universal, you know, bathroom design for everyone. And it was really weird, too, because we couldn't actually web-sling. We couldn't do anything. And part of the city looked like it was the N64, and the other half looked like it was a PS5. It was so bizarre. And we caught that all on film. So we're going to show a YouTube short of that this week.
And Dr. Spooky said we were playing as Peter at the time.
Yeah, I was probably doing anti-venom.
I can't
This is the only police quest in the game.
I was so excited about this exhibit. The whole museum, really. Look, this is an unfortunate situation I'm in here. I mean, you know how much I care about protecting the collective history of this community.
I do, which is why I hope this won't derail your support.
Okay, let's see if those trucks left anything behind.
The flame lit? You think the game didn't save that we saved that zombie?
We're doing that tomorrow. Black Suit, Spider-Man, Tracking, Kraven the Hunter will be tomorrow. This is all Miles-centered today. We're going to do the Deaf Girl quest, except I am not going to have no music on because it, like, that sound kind of triggers anxiety for me. Like, I do have a history of panic disorder, so when I was doing that the first time through, it was making me kind of, like, sweat and nervous because I didn't like that sound. Because I kind of hear that sound when I have, like, a really bad attack and I pass out. So
What is it?
It's like this kind of, like, warbling, like, it's a freaky sound.
Oh, wow,
that
you
they're
hear
trying.
that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I black out, yeah, I hear that stuff. So I'm gonna play the '70s Spider-Man theme when we're spray painting stuff. So there'll be some type of music going on.
Oh, the spray paint episode where you can hardly hear anything.
Yeah, they try to mimic what it sounds like for nobody to be able to hear anything. The times that I've literally blacked out, like, that's what it sounds like. There's no sound. You don't see anything, you don't hear anything. It's very terrifying. And I've woken up a couple times on a respirator. So, I mean, I don't want to go through that sound anymore.
Okay, I understand.
It doesn't sound like white noise. White noise is pleasant. It doesn't sound...
Right, white noise puts you to sleep. Like
yeah,
it's like a fan.
That's not white noise. Nope.
It sounds like something is wrong. Like it's scary, kind of,
yeah.
a little bit.
Well, it can be, and, you know, I don't want to...
Imagine if I was deaf, I think it would make me go insane. Like, everyone else can hear, but I can't.
It's an adjustment if you were born with hearing and then you can't hear anymore. There's a lot of people that struggle with that.
Like, wouldn't that make you scared? I think it would make me afraid. Like, I would start to go insane if I couldn't hear.
What do they want me to investigate? This place?
Amazing that Beethoven actually composed, I think, the Ninth Symphony while his hearing was completely gone at that point. Which is unbelievable. How could you compose music? He must have heard the music in his head as he was writing the notes without even actually hearing it. He could probably hear it in his head without hearing it out in his ears. That's what I think.
Oh, I know what I did wrong. I left the police thing. Sorry about that.
Because sometimes I have a song in my head. I'm wondering if you go deaf, slowly go deaf, and you formerly could hear music, I bet you could still hear songs in your head.
Maybe. I don't know.
This looks like it could be something from a prehistoric heist truck.
But just a little fact for you guys. I actually muted the TV when that happened because it was freaking me out. It was making me sweat and stuff like that. You guys heard stuff, but I just muted the TV. I'm not doing that again. So.
Smell that sulfur. Definitely from an old engine. Maybe I can isolate it further. To identify the substance, you need to get rid of the contaminants.
Hey, Spider-Man. We know you're helping on this. You're good.
Thanks.
Alright, so we have to track down basically the exhaust of the thing we're looking for. Yeah, we did play through this. There's also not a lot of games. Like, we'll be covering Mario RPG on the 16th, one day early. It's going to be a marathon of Mario RPG. It's going to be a lot of fun. This week we'll be doing Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl in 2 days. Actually, tomorrow, I think, is Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl for us. One day early. So that'll be tomorrow. And then, what other new game? The Mario Kart DLC is this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I agree, Wally. Some of the white noise, like, from the TV static does sound like evil. I agree. Does sound scary, but if it's like a fan white noise, then it doesn't sound scary.
Yeah, because I use a fan to get to sleep.
Like, if it's a fan, like, Luke uses a fan, I don't know what is white noise. Because there's, like, white noise, and then there's something called, like, there's different kinds of it, I think.
It has, like, a...
there is such thing as called brown noise.
It's like an...
Which is interesting, because that's supposed to be, like, people talking is like brown noise. Yeah, go ahead.
That's when you hear murmuring.
That's like brown noise is like supposed to be like clinking of plates, and like it's almost like ASMR. Like you if you would record like a diner and people talking in the background, that would be like brown noise because it's supposed to help you get to sleep. Yeah, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
It's a different type of noise, and I don't want to. It's almost like a vacuum with no sound. Like it's like the sound disappears, but there's still type of a sound. It's like it's a rough sound. It's not pleasant.
Oh, I meant to say Dr. Spooky. I'm sorry. Did I? Oh, sorry, Dr. Spooky. I called you the wrong name. Sorry about that.
I can't see what.
Yeah, definitely Dr. Spooky. I think that white and yeah, definitely.
Okay. It's not the same, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Gio says, I know what you mean, because sometimes when I hear people yelling, screaming in a video, or like when I have to dismantle a bomb, I feel very nervous. I agree, Gio.
It's kind of like your body, not that anybody really, not everyone experiences this, but there is a type of adrenaline feeling in your body that when you're like in danger or you're like really sick, and sometimes... depending on, like, especially when I got head trauma, when I got hit in the head in my car accident, there was that sound of not being able to hear. Like like all sounds vanished. I couldn't hear myself breathing. It was all kinds of stuff. Like I got hit pretty hard. So that sound that the developers are trying to mimic to, you know, have people experience what it's like to not be able to hear, for me it triggers anxiety, so I'm shutting it off. It's that simple.
I understand. Thank you for becoming a member, Tyler Plays. Thank you so much.
Darn, I can't get this one. Oh. Got it. Okay, only one more list of thing to do.
Yep, so thank you so much for the super chat earlier, Clone Wars, and thank you, Tyler, for becoming a member. Says, I just want to help the channel. I appreciate that so much, Tyler. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly, Richard. It's like what happens with a concussion. So I don't want to hear it again, personally.
Got it.
If I was deaf, it would be one thing, but I don't want to hear that noise.
We'll never make it through a catalytic converter.
Anything that can remind me of my car accident, I don't want to hear. I don't want to experience. So I'm gonna be playing fun music. So.
Yeah, Bowman says I would be scared if I went.
Hey Ma, you were right.
Deaf or blind too.
That truck was so old, it left a unique contaminant in its wake.
Fantastico. Can you track it down?
On it as we speak.
I suddenly have hope we might really be able to find everything, pull off the gala, and save the museum.
Whoa, 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 whoa! One thing at a time.
Okay, I know. Well, be careful, and let me know what you find.
I would like to see in DLC that the mom has like more of a active role with Miles, like maybe being kind of like a guy in the chair situation a little bit, like wanting, because in this game she hints that she wants to help him with that side of his life, which I think was kind of cute.
Super Mom.
Yeah.
Spider Mom.
When they're dancing together at the gala or the museum opening, like she mentions it and Miles is all embarrassed. That was kind of cute.
Yeah, somebody who said they grew up with a single mom, their mom raised them. They said that that scene was very meaningful to them.
It's very sweet. Yep.
I mean, that would be very hard, raising a young man all on your own as a single mom. That would be very difficult. I mean, also you wouldn't know how to help him with a lot of things.
Oh, that was quick.
Because you know, it's really hard.
Couldn't hear you. Anyway, we delivered everything we had.
Thank you, Anthony, for the highlighted message. We appreciate that.
I understand, sir. We'll keep looking for the last item.
He's stiffing us. What did I tell you?
No, he'll pay when we deliver the saxophone.
Saxophone. I think you know where. Settle down, idiot. The guy's loaded.
Guys are up to no good, making trouble in my neighborhood.
Oh, I am done. I'm gonna go find that guy and take my money. You're
See
gonna
the
pull the
one?
whole deal for all of us. I'm with him. Let's go find him and demand our cash.
Almost the end of the
You
hour.
guys
and
have
put
no
300
patience.
right into it, and that's pushing it up. Whereas if you just keep with the same stream that you're doing, past that certain benchmark, then it starts to deplete.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's not humanly possible. Like,
yeah. I know what you mean.
Because I can't. It took me, when you left, it actually took me some time to find that short that I think Omar was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, who in the world is going to watch that? So I was very thankful that it picked up at least 1,000 views, because those 500 views an hour added into the real time, which it was actually dipping below on the weekend. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I should have just streamed.
That's all of them.
But I was too tired.
Let's open up that truck and get the rest of those museum pieces.
Zombie says, Zomb says, are you talking about when the devs like imitate this ringing sound so as to immerse you with the characters' ears are ringing? I have never enjoyed that myself, nor do I get why they even deem that to be necessary, says Zomb.
They could have, I don't know why they did that. They could have added some fun light beat jazz music or something like that. Because the problem is when these companies try to be too inclusive, like, they don't realize that also they're being kind of condescending to deaf people too. It's like
they're trying to like mimic it or be too realistic, but then like, you know.
As a deaf person, I wouldn't appreciate that. Like if I was deaf, I'd be like, why?
Well, also I mean.
They must have already given their boss whatever was in here. All roads seem to lead to that guy. Sounds like
I was just speaking hypothetically. I know they can't
I
hear
know. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like they probably wouldn't be able to hear it. But
Just like if I was Latin, I wouldn't like being called Latinx. Like, that would infuriate me, you know. But of course, I'm not Latin, I'm only Portuguese, so it doesn't count. I think this is the only text-based mission, too.
So there's something out there they're still looking for.
Highlighted message. Alright, thank you, Anthony, for the highlighted message.
I said
So I found a second truck.
Oh,
But it was
I'll
empty.
read it.
Oh no.
But they
After the
lost
phone
one of the
call with Mom.
pieces somehow. Charlie Parker's saxophone.
Oh, Miles. Head over to CJ Walker Park.
Okay. Why?
One of our interns said she heard a guy talking about a saxophone he found. I didn't believe her at first. She's kind of a bochichera.
If it's the one these guys lost, their boss seemed really interested in finding it.
As he should be. Charlie Parker's a legend. That saxophone is priceless.
Who should I look for at the park?
I don't have a name. They said a trumpet player was talking about it.
Trumpet! Got it!
Thanks, Ñarañita. Let me know what happens. Te quiero.
Thank you for the highlighted message, Anthony. Says you guys are amazing and a source of wholesome entertainment. Thank you for all that you two do.
Thank you very much again.
Thank you for the kind words, Anthony. Thank you for being a member for 24 months. Unbelievable, Anthony. Thank you.
I think that this is like one of my favorite side quests because we get to see Miles be both Spider-Man and Miles. Like, he's doing some police work. He's trying to track down these robbers that have stole from this cultural museum. And also he has to kind of go into cover as Miles Morales and patrol like the fairgrounds where that like festival is happening. It reminds me a little bit of his spin-off game, his Miles Morales game a little bit. Where he would actually, you know, kind of get in his civvies a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Parker has a civvy mission in this, like his little flashbacks, plus he has his super spy, you know, symbiote suit scene, which I don't think you were around for. So you'll see that tomorrow.
I don't think I was.
Yeah, because we were trying to basically cover as much Spider-Man as possible when the game first came out.
And I was tired.
And Amber wasn't able to be on all the streams, so she's actually seeing the entire game for the first time.
Yeah, I'm seeing the entire one.
And we're only streaming it once a day.
Savant says, but Luke, isn't I don't know how to say his name, Genki, the guy in the chair for this game? Nice one, Savant.
They can fight over the guy in the chair. It can be the mom in the chair.
Also, Richard says he was just saying that he understands what you're saying about the sound, and he had a car accident, and it still bothers him, and it's from 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah. I mean, trauma doesn't go away. It just gets better over time. Like, as Batman says, the pain never goes away, it just lessens over time. It does get better, but it doesn't completely disappear. I suffer night terrors from my car accident. Like, I wake up in a cold sweat. I have a photographic memory, so I can remember everything when I don't want to. It just happens randomly. That's why I developed a panic disorder that I'm kind of in remission of, because I haven't been hospitalized for a panic attack in, I think, 5 years now. Like, I haven't been taken out of, like, my house and put on a breathing machine or any of that in quite a while, which is good. But also, I haven't driven in almost 5 years. So.
That's true.
I don't even go in the car very much anymore.
Okay. Where is this trumpet guy?
Okay, festival time.
This place looks a lot better today than it did when Fisk and his crew took it over.
Oh yeah, the festival. Adachi says, this is my favorite side quest in the game. I like the ending. Awesome, Adachi.
It's kawaii.
Okay.
See, baby, that wouldn't have been possible without streaming.
Yeah, I have an idea how to make sure that I cap my community streams, but I'll tell you later about it after the stream, because I have an idea. Yeah, so in the future, guys and gals, we have to keep our community streams to 2 hours, and I end up losing track of time, but I have an idea for how I won't lose track of time for it, but I'm going to tell Luke later, just because.
Watch, baby doll. This is known as the invisible wall. Remember that Aquaman game where you could see something but you couldn't go to? Watch this. There you go. This is a classic developer, you know, kind of like look but don't touch scenario. Like, you can explore, but we're not going to let you, so we're going to put an invisible barrier here. Now, if I keep messing with this, I could probably break through this barrier, and then I'm going to cause the entire game to break.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to, but it's just like, even those old things, like those invisible dome things, still exist in games. So just because you see it, it doesn't mean necessarily it's actually an open environment sometimes.
Right.
Which is kind of funny.
Yup. That's true, Luke. I mean, game development is come a long way, but it still has a lot of the same elements.
Although the Aquaman invisible wall thing was still like one of the funniest things on the GameCube, because like so much of the ocean was like behind this invisible dome that prevented players from actually swimming, and it made people so frustrated.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, we made fun of it in our playthrough.
Yeah, that's right. I don't understand this big giant orb.
You don't know where we are? Okay, so in the Miles Morales game, this was targeted by Fisk thugs, and they were trying to take over Harlem. We're in Harlem right now.
Well,
So
what's the giant ball?
it's just a giant ball. I mean, this is where they're having a music festival here.
They had a music festival like this where I grew up in Illinois, and it was like a block. They called it block parties.
Yep.
Where they would get like people from the neighborhood to play music and stuff.
How you been?
Good. Busy. How's business at the barbershop?
Booming, my friend. How you liking those locks?
I like them. Took my mom a little while, but I think I won her over.
Ah. Well, just keep twisting. But they're looking good.
Thanks.
So this new haircut came from this
See you
guy.
around.
I didn't catch that before in the first playthrough. So his new haircut came from that barber in Harlem. Clean cuts. This is another character from the Miles Morales game. Like, this entire area, like, just about all these characters here that you interact with at the Music Fest are all from the Miles Morales game.
Mm-hmm.
They're all from Harlem.
Hey, Miles.
Steph, what's up? You here with Gloria?
Nah, she's working.
I just got here. Was looking for a trumpet player. You seen one anywhere?
Yeah, Teo is here, playing his trumpet.
Teo plays trumpet?
Mm-hmm. I think he was over near that far gate.
Great. Thanks, Steph. And say hi to Gloria for me.
Okay.
It's just basic
It's a drum circle.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking of a memory from the block parties of our town, but I will tell you later. I don't know if I want to talk about it now.
Hey, Camilla.
Miles.
Recognize her?
Get you anything?
No,
No.
thanks. I'm looking for Teo. Have you seen him?
I've been busy in the truck, but I can hear him. Just follow the sound of his trumpet.
Don't you remember the lady we rescued
later.
from the trunk of a bad guy's car?
Mm.
This is her. She has a grocery store / restaurant in Harlem. So they brought her back, and she's running a food truck.
Oh, wow.
Every single one of these characters had some type of mini story in the Miles Morales game. It's actually a really nice Easter egg for the Miles Morales game.
Oh, wow, so they purposely tied it into the next game, which means to get the full story of a lot of these characters, you have to play the Miles story.
I mean, I think the Miles Morales game is perfect to play at Christmas time. Like, it's a Christmas-themed game, like, kind of Die Hard, but, like, the true Christmas game is Arkham Origins. The entire game takes place on Christmas Day, or Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, whereas the Miles Morales game starts at Christmas, and then it ends sometime in January. But, like, the full, entire Christmas thing is Arkham Origins, and it even has Christmas music. Like, and I can't think of any other game that is a full-blown Christmas game. There's not many. Also, that Carol the Bells with the Batman theme mixed in is just chef's kiss. Beautiful.
I like how Spider-Man Miles Morales game motto is "Be Yourself," says Geo. Yeah, definitely, because Miles is his own type of Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
He makes it Spider-Man his own version of it. Yep, definitely, Geo. That's a really cool, actually, it's a really great motto.
Thanks, everyone.
So, actually, if you don't approach Teo and his cat Spider-Man, he'll keep playing the trumpet.
Oh, until you talk to him.
Yeah, so I was actually testing that because I wanted to hear his like jazz trumpet.
Oh, so if you never talk to him, then he'll play it the whole time.
Eventually, you'll notice it'll loop, but like you have to have a really good jazz ear to hear when he's looping it.
Wow.
Because I mean, probably it's like a 10-minute like trumpet thing, maybe. I don't know. Did sound nice though. Hey, Teo.
Hey, Spider-Man.
Hey, Miles.
Teo! Sounding good, man. Wow, I didn't know you played the trumpet.
I dabble.
Humble brag.
I was actually gonna call you. When I was in keynote music this morning getting my horn fixed, some kids brought in a sax they found on the street. Was thinking it could potentially be the one from the museum. I don't want to get anyone in trouble. I'm trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, 100%. You talking about keynote on Cathedral?
Yeah, talk to Eugene.
Thanks. Headed there right now. Trumpet sounds great, bro.
He's like, I know that. You don't need to tell me.
Hey, Ma. Found the sax. On my way to pick it up now.
Ay, bendito. Angela will be so relieved. This just might save the museum.
Hey, did you know Teo played the trumpet? He's pretty good, too. Had an audience and everything. The whole park was bumping.
Precisely why this museum is so important. Music enriches our community and brings it together.
Is that my mom or Councilwoman Morales talking?
It's both. Ten cuidado, mijo.
The thing that bothers me about this, now that I'm seeing this from up above, the dancers are not in rhythm with the drums.
Oh, yeah. Look, only you would notice that. It's a video game.
I know. Of course I would notice that, though, because I have eyes. Can he go back to hearing his trumpet again? Nope. He's playing, but there's no more music.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you, Nick's Galaxy. Hi, Tim Moeller. Hello, Princess Emmy. Hi, Shadow Trooper. Hi, Dr. Spooky. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Jessica. Hello. Oh, Jessica had a question about the different kinds of swinging.
Hmm?
You guys...
What do you mean?
Like, Luke, what other cool swing tricks are there in the game, says Jessica.
Swing tricks?
Is there like a free-falling trick where Miles can be like on his phone?
Yeah,
says Jessica.
but I don't know how to do it. I'm not very skilled at that.
Zom says, I don't think that's how a muted trumpet is supposed to sound.
Yup. Muted trumpet is supposed to sound different than that. I can't tell if his trumpet's muted or not, though.
I played the alto sax when I was a kid. Awesome, Lisa. That's really cool. I like how the game's motto is be greater together, says Savant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is really great, Savant. It's like they work together. Miles and Peter both work together to be greater.
Yep.
That's really cool, Savant. I noticed too, says Struggle. I don't know if he meant the trumpet or be greater together. Cool, Droggle. Oh, am I doing Droggle stream today, or is it another day?
You can do Joggle stream tonight. I need to double check and make sure there's no other Ultimate stream tonight. First.
Alright, Droggle, if there's no other Ultimate, I can do your stream tonight if you want. If not, I can work out another day that's good for you.
Because most of our Ultimates are pretty flexible. And we haven't gotten to Droggles yet.
Okay, I had fun with you too, Tim. Sorry I didn't get to actually playing you in Smash, but hopefully I am. Thank you for hanging out with me.
You did the best.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, like, I have an idea of how to make it fair with Smash and Mario Kart, but I'm gonna tell Luke later just to go over it with him.
Hey, Spider-Man! I was about to put an alert in your app.
What happened here?
Couple of creepy guys just dragged Eugene out of here. Definitely wasn't right. They went that way.
Thanks. I'll check it out.
Okay, let's go.
Let's scan for any clues here.
Ah! Oh no! I screwed up. I did the weird phantom thing. Almost broke the game.
Oh, Drago says no, it was what I noticed about the dancers and the drums, says Drago.
Oh, okay.
He noticed that as well. Alright, thank you for the $10 super chat, Eclipse. Thank you so much.
The Eclipse?
Yep.
Hi, Eclipse.
The Eclipse. Eclipse says, maybe you can confirm or deny a question I have about the game's plot. Couldn't the anti-venom suit be used to heal Harry at the end of the game?
That's what I was thinking too, but somebody says it's actually connected to Peter's DNA, so it wouldn't heal him.
Better find Eugene fast.
He can't, like, Peter probably can't live without anti-venom now. We don't know, though. That's a very good question. Maybe they'll answer that in the third Spider-Man game. Because remember, symbiotes grow an attachment to their human host. If you have the symbiote with you too long, it kills you. Look at Eddie Brock. Although Eddie Brock lived for centuries, eventually Venom just kept replacing Eddie's organs until eventually he couldn't do it anymore. So he actually made Eddie Brock live, you know, hundreds of years. But the symbiote continued to exist even without Eddie. So the human, their minds are so feeble that they grow an attachment to, like, almost like it's kind of like a part of their actual soul or their whatever. So when the symbiote is ripped away, it can either do what it did to Harry, creating, like, basically a comatose state, because you're no longer, you know, two people. You're only one again, and your brain just basically can't handle it because you've been, you know, a symbiotic relationship. So the fact that Peter is now connected to anti-venom, they could make the argument that if Peter got rid of anti-venom, he'll die. Or, like, maybe he can get rid of it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a really good question, Eclipse. And
that's what I would think, but I don't know if the Insomniac writers thought about that or not. I guess we'll find out in future games. Or DLC, because that would be something I would want to look at.
Geo thought, Eclipse, that would help in reality, says Geo. I mean, I would think it would be a pretty convenient way to heal Harry, but I don't know if they're gonna do it.
Probably not.
Scuff marks. Looks like Eugene might have been dragged that way.
Follow those footsteps.
Dr. Spooky says Peter technically died, and Martin Lee resurrected Peter by turning Peter into anti-venom. Interesting. My body is feeling weird now after you said Venom was rearranging Eddie's organs. LOL, says Geo.
There's a comic book where that happens. I kid you not.
Tyler says, I think you have to have Miles go to the highest skyscraper to use his phone. Same with Peter, to activate him to solve a Rubik Cube.
Right, the Rubik Cube from the Spiderverse. Do you guys know how to activate the phone, though? I never did it in Miles Morales either. Like, everybody says I could do it, but I was never able to show it. I'm just not really good at the aerial tricks. So.
Yeah, Zombie says, I don't think they can continue focusing on symbiotes as a cure for Harry because they really want to transition, if they want to transition to introducing Goblin for the next game. So Harry has to be gone.
Yeah, I mean, also,
so they can move on to the next villain.
Some people say that they should move Carnage to the third game, but I think that I wouldn't want to battle symbiotes again in the third game, so I would just do the Carnage as, like, Let There Be Carnage DLC, and have that focus on Peter Parker. Like, Miles isn't able to take down Carnage. But the thing is, I would have Carnage be like, you know how there was three waves of DLC for Spider-Man 2018? I would have the first two DLCs focus on Miles, and then the third DLC, like, would be slowly building up to Carnage, and it would have Miles and Peter Parker dealing with Carnage. That's how I would do it. Because you could do some fun stories with Miles, like doing 2 DLC storylines. But they need to focus on some villains, though. Like,
so what are Cindy Moon's villains?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like, maybe they could have a villain that's specifically for her.
I don't know.
Hopefully it'll be better than that Wonder Woman villain in that movie.
They should have just had Maxwell Lord be the villain of the 84 movie. They didn't need to have Cheetah.
Thanks, Spider-Man.
You okay?
A few bruises are okay, as long as they left me my keys. Here, take these and open my trunk.
Mario says...
Charlie Parker saxophone. That's the real deal right there. I was getting ready to return it to the museum, and those guys busted in. He used that to record his masterpiece, Ornithology, 1946. You a Bird fan?
My dad was. I don't know much about old music.
Oh. When you hear an MC today, use syncopated accents, stress the offbeat, flow in and out of the rhythm. Ain't nothing but bebop.
I'll have to listen a little closely next time.
I'll get this back to the museum right away. Then I gotta call my insurance company.
Okay, thanks, man.
I'm up and away.
Alright.
If I could get into the phone these guys were using to communicate with the mastermind. Wow. All zeros is a number equivalent of password as a password.
Miles broke the fourth wall.
Just a midnight rendezvous with criminal mastermind. No biggie.
He looked directly at the audience when he said password. He did quotations. I didn't catch that my first time.
Oh. The Spiderman sitting there hunched over both Miles and Peter, it's making me want to get a back brace to make sure I don't hunch over like that. Because I feel like they're gonna mess up their back. They shouldn't gargoyle, like, crouch like that.
Gargoyle crouching is the best.
No, it's not. It's gonna mess up his back.
Ah, he's fine.
Miles is gonna get, like, I don't want to be mean, but, like, when he's, like, 80, he's gonna get a little humpback.
Ah!
If he keeps crouching like that. You have to sit up straight. I hope his mom will be like, Miles, sit up straight. And also Peter, sit up straight.
Time to take down the boss of this operation. And find the rest of those museum pieces.
Whoops. Alright.
Alright, a bunch of people are trying to say how to activate the phone thing.
Okay.
Okay, you're supposed to...
Well, Manhattan probably has the tallest building, so...
Do the dive, press L3, then hold back on L3 while holding square, says Batman. Yeah, Batman, yeah.
Well, I mean, this looks like the tallest building.
Dive with L3, hit square, and hold back on L3, says Dr. Spooky.
How do you hold back on L3?
So, like, push it down. Hold back would be like, push it, but towards your chest.
Okay, so hold it in to dive and then press. Okay. What was that?
While you're pushing square. That was like an almost cough, but I accidentally just blew air out my face.
Weird.
Yeah, I really need to get like some coffee because I'm having problems.
You can go have some coffee. I'm actually gonna not have time to eat like before the Mario stream, so I'm gonna eat during the Mario stream, and you'll handle part of the Mario stream, and then I'll take over.
I am the hungry even now. Maybe I should eat a little more now and then.
Yep. I'm gonna try this.
You have to slide your finger on the D-pad.
D-pad?
In the middle of the controller, up or down.
Okay, that sounds
says
confusing.
Anthony, but everybody else is saying hold L3, then slide back, which I'm guessing back is towards your chest. So like hold back, like you're pushing it towards the couch.
Okay, and then what button do I press after that?
No, you want to be pressing square while you're doing that.
Pressing square
So
while
confused.
doing all that.
Hit square and pull back on L3 at the same time.
Okay, well this
Dive
is...
with L3, then hit square and pull back on L3 at the same time.
This looks like this would be the tallest building, so... try it.
L3 then square to activate Peter to solve the Rubik's Cube, and Mile to pull out his phone. So L3 then hit square and then hold back.
He accidentally he grabbed onto the building.
So maybe L3, and then L back and square at the same time.
L back? What is L back?
So like L back is like towards your chest. Whoop. This is your chest back.
Not any of the top buttons.
No, this is L3.
Okay, alright.
Isn't that what he's supposed to do? The left stick back towards his chest?
He's flipping.
Were you supposed to get your phone out?
I pulled it back toward my chest. We'll try it again.
You're supposed to press square and hold it back towards your chest. Oh, somebody said Mario L said DLC would be Carnage for DLC would be good.
Yeah, it would make the most sense because I don't want to fight symbiotes in the third game again. There'd be no reason to. Okay, so I'll try the again.
Square and holding back. May I try it?
I'll get you to the very top of the building.
Okay. I don't know if I can do it any better, but...
I mean, if you can do it, that'd be kind of cool. It doesn't matter who does it because it'll be on film, so...
Left stick pulled back and holding square at the same time, says Dr. Spooky.
Okay.
Alright. It says, I'm supposed to press L3.
Mm-hmm.
And L3. I'm holding back.
Oh, you almost killed him.
Sorry.
Maybe that's not the tallest building?
I was holding back and pressing.
Maybe there's a way, like, see if there's maybe a Google thing about it? Like, maybe there's an actual control diagram that we can follow. I know it's just a little Easter egg, but I would like to be able to do it.
He was doing a lot of flips. Well, I tried it and I wasn't able to figure it out.
Maybe the D-pad is what you need to do.
Maybe you have to hold back on the D-pad.
Okay.
And you hold.
Oh!
Pull up.
Whoops!
Luke, is Miles going to be okay?
Probably not now, no. No amount of spider camouflage can fix that.
Maybe if we get 250 likes, we can... Wait, we already did kill Miles. Well...
One more time. I think I was close that time. Try it again. Maybe instead of pulling back, I need to pull up.
I don't know, I mean... Okay. The mistake you are making is that you are holding L3 forward before holding it back. You only have to hold back on it. It says Batman, yeah.
What do you mean by hold back on it? Only hold back on L3? Don't you have to get no dive thing? He's still flipping.
I don't know, Luke.
Oh.
I don't know how many more times Miles can take this.
I don't think Miles appreciates this. Dive with L3, square, and then flick back. Okay.
You're supposed to dive with L3 and square. How to kill Miles and how to...
We'll get it, we'll get it. Miles is fine. He respawns.
What about Miles' phone out while driving?
I mean, somebody just said you have to flick it, not hold it. Dive, and then holding L without... Whoops. I didn't...
If Miles is facing you, you can initiate phone tricks by pressing LS analog sticks, making Miles dive. Once Miles is in the diving animation, hold square and flick the left analog stick downwards.
Hold square. Click it downward? He's still flipping. Still flipping. Still flipping.
You just have to hold square while moving the L stick to switch from one pose to another. For example, hold up and square will produce the just chillin' dive from the end of the Spiderverse. The phone trick or check dive is done by holding down on the L stick while holding square. So basically, hold square and then change your direction with the L stick. Basically, hold square and then change doing what you're doing with other things. I can't watch this anymore.
I'm sorry. I just can't figure out how to do this. I feel sorry for Miles. I don't think this is working out the way that we want it to.
What have you done, Jessica? You have started. No, Jessica's awesome.
Miles tricks.
Luke is the one repeatedly killing Miles.
This
is how it happened. This is how Miles Morales died.
I'll get it.
Stop hurting Miles. Jeez, man, says Bowman.
I'm trying.
Poor Miles, says Miles McDaniel.
We're gonna get it.
Heart, says Chio. Stop killing Miles, says Dark Side.
I'm not. Miles, gravity is killing Miles. Do trick. Do it. Why did you do? Oh. Okay.
You have to do the tricks between swings, says John Raymond.
I'm just holding the button, and people said holding the trick button and then move the joystick around. Isn't that while holding down L3 or something? A few minutes later.
Good thing Miles has 9 lives, says Jessica. LOL.
I don't think I'm gonna get this, you guys. I just don't get this.
How many times will you keep killing Miles on purpose, Luke, says OH.
Ah! I did it! I took out... Something's happening!
Luke, what's happening? Maybe you're just supposed to flick it once and then it does the animation.
Something happened. He did the thing. He did the thing. I've never done that before.
You have to hold it though, says Batman. Yeah.
Phone trick.
What in the, says Nick's Galaxy. Yes, says George Trejo.
He kind of did it. I might be able to do it again. I don't know how I did that. Let me try again.
Miles is... If you ever meet Miles Morales in real life, if he comes to life as a comic book character, he's gonna be like, you killed me multiple times and it hurt. I will remember that, Luke.
I was trying to do the phone trick that everybody can do that I can't.
He's like, did it mean, but what about at the expense of my life? Repeatedly falling to my death?
Why is he not? What?
He did get it out at one point.
He did, but he didn't stay on his. He was doing this weird funky dance with his phone.
Maybe the reason why you have to go to the tallest building is because it takes that long for him to get his phone out before he dies.
What is that?
Wow. I'm gonna get some salad and coffee.
I think maybe I should stop now.
Be a while.
I did it once.
How many lives do we have?
Infinite lives.
Okay. Just imagine Miles' mom walking on the sidewalk right there, and then he randomly falls there. That would be horrifying.
He'll be fine. Spider healing. Oh, the game took me away from the giant building. I don't think I can do it anymore. Oh, wait. Nope, there it is.
So, may I ask a question or no?
Sure.
Am I allowed to ask a question? Is Haley a character in the Miles Morales comics, or is she made up in this game?
Haley? I don't know.
Haley, the girl who can't talk? Hear? Deaf girl? Haley? His somewhat love interest? The girl he kind of likes? But it's not really anything clear. Oh wait, he does ask her out.
He asks her out at the end of the game.
So is she like a comic book character, or did they just make her up in this game, and then maybe they'll add her to the Miles comics eventually?
I don't know. Maybe they will.
Oh, they will, because remember, Batman the Animated Series added Harley Quinn, and then she was definitely added into everything. So I guarantee 1000%, if Haley starts to like have a serious relationship with Miles in this game, they are gonna add her into the comic books.
Maybe.
I think so.
Okay, let me try one more time and then I'm gonna continue the story because I did it once. I have a time code of it. That's all I need.
You can taggle the square button, says John.
What is taggle the square button?
She's an original to the game. Awesome Eclipse.
Not doing it anymore.
Haley was created by Insomniac to be the Spider-Gwen of the universe in a love triangle with Silk. Interesting, Dr. Spooky.
You know what? I'm done.
I don't want to.
I did it. I did it once. That's enough.
I don't want Haley to be in a love triangle. What? Miles is gonna hurt Haley and end up with another girl?
They're gonna do the whole Silk thing.
No!
Yep.
Haley, beat her up. Beat up Silk.
They made
I'm on
Cindy.
Team Haley.
Cindy's the same age as Miles.
I'm already falling in love with Haley. She's so sweet and kind.
She's the same age as Miles instead of the same age as Peter.
No.
Yep, she disrupted Peter's life at one point in the comics because they were always.
What? Undulating.
I don't want to tell you anymore. I don't want to tell you. Yeah, I'm not saying anymore. Yeah, it was kind of like weird that was happening. Don't tell Amber. Wait, why this again? No! No, wrong mission.
They were just what? Because they were always what?
Huh?
Because they were always what?
I don't want to tell you. Private stuff.
Private stuff that they put in a comic book.
Right. Right. Okay, okay. How do I get back on Miles' mission again? Uh-oh. I might have messed something up. I killed Miles too many times that I messed something up. Side story. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, no, no. No, no. Ah! Miles' mission. Miles, you gotta...
Here we go.
Nuts! I have to go track the dude who did the thing. Whoopsies. That's new. Ah! Okay. Alright. It's not his fault. I didn't break the game. Stop saying I broke the game. I didn't break the game. Game's fine. Oh! Sorry, Miles. Oh, jeez. Wow. Realistic web sling stuff. My bad. Okay, this time we're good. This time we're golden. Takes me miles to where I started from. Yeah, I know. It makes me think of that song. I don't think a lot of people remember the movie Just Friends, though. It's a fun Christmas movie, though. It's a fun Christmas movie for people over the age of 18. But it's not rated R. Right, it's called CW Tension. Okay, here we go. Confront the musician! Here we go.
No one here yet. I'll just hang for a bit until the party starts.
You were supposed to pay us on our last delivery.
You'll get paid when I get everything. Where is it?
Where is what?
Lewis said you were bringing the saxophone.
What did you do?
Lewis said. Lewis got picked up by the cops. He don't got no saxophone.
You set this meeting up!
No, we didn't. Now where's our money?
Where is the saxophone?
Darren? The big donor from the museum? Better bust up this party and have a talk with him. I should get the whole bunch wrapped up before they hurt someone.
We're fed up with you not paying us.
We don't work for free. I think maybe we need to show you how we feel. With our fists.
Yeah, hang on now. We should have never trusted you in the first place.
What are you even doing here?
Meh. Yeah, I guess that works, but I like the Iron Spider. Iron Spider looks so cool. Do we have any skills for Miles and Peter? Survey says yes. Some. Mega Venom Blast. Ooh, yes, please. I like the Mega Venom Blast.
If you're not gonna pay us, we're gonna steal that stuff back.
Okay,
Ba-boom!
We need Leon with the big
Woohoo!
They're still on the way. Spider-Man, help me! I was just trying to get the stolen things back for the museum. That's not true. I can explain.
That's gonna have to be a longer conversation.
I love shocking bad guys. It's so fun. Oh, clobber. Did not appreciate that. Yoink. And whack. That's fun. I'm raiding, yo. Bye-bye. All too easy.
Well, that seems to be all of them. Let's get to the bottom of this with Darren.
Oh, thank you, Spider-Man. And I assure you, there's a very reasonable explanation.
That seems extremely dubious. Wait till Councilwoman Morales hears you were involved in this.
Leon's here! Time to exterminate a spider.
Darren, stay back.
This yours? I gave it back to you. Where did you guys get a rocket launcher in this city? I thought it was supposed to be hard to obtain a firearm in New York City. Oh wait, I know. Black market. It's the tracksuit, but made black. It's probably my favorite Miles suit, and I love this color scheme. I like the color scheme editions. It's kind of cool, because then you can take your favorite suit and make it better.
Why try when you've already lost?
Ow. Why try when you've already lost? Well, it's supposed to be. Miles looks good in black, though. I don't like his end suit. Don't like it. He looks like he's going to a spider rave. Oh! Oh, you okay? Kitty fall down, go boom. Okay, I don't really know how that worked, but that was fun.
Darren? Are you kidding me? He was right here. I still have his number.
Of course he ran away.
Sounds like he's close. That guy's on Darren's tail. Can't blame him. He wants their money.
Who is it? Is this Lewis?
Darren, stop the car!
Spider-Man? Can you at least stop these guys chasing me?
You weren't trying to retrieve those things. You were the one behind the robbery in the first place.
I care about these objects!
You pretended to care, and then stole from the museum.
What?
It's this community's history.
It's my family's history.
Okay.
I don't expect you to understand.
I don't think I'm the one who doesn't understand.
Can't.
Let's get these other bad guys out the way first. Gotta stop this to put all these guys behind bars, including Darren.
Ouch! He used to be so much better at these free time events.
Police are on their way. Gotta catch up to Darren.
Are you still there? Look, my father was one of the most successful music producers ever. He produced half the artists in that museum.
Good for him. Now stop the car and tell me where the rest of the pieces are.
Yoink. Can I chase after him just with my flight suit? I can. I want to see how far he's gonna get. Like, is he just gonna drive around in a big circle? Let's see. So we're in Harlem right now. Let's see how far he goes. I want him to think he's gonna get away. Or I want to see what the programmers are gonna do. Like, how far are they gonna let him drive? As long as I stay within an eye shot of him. Oops. I think we're still only in Harlem. Let's see. Where are we now? Yup, they only have him in Harlem. He's basically following a pattern. He's just driving around in a big circle. They don't allow him to leave Harlem. That's funny.
Here we go.
Yeah, I always do that. That's a gamer thing. I've been a gamer my whole life, so when I get hit in video games, I always say ouch or owie. It's just something I do. And I incorporate it into my Let's Plays because it's just part of who I am.
Glad I remember which one was the brake. Should probably get my license one of these days. Just so I get this right. All that talk of supporting the museum. All Angela's time you wasted asking about operations and security. All lies. So you can learn how to steal the collection.
But my family...
No. I'm sure you do care about this music. But those things don't belong to you. They belong to this community.
Let's go, sir. You're under arrest.
Miles gives him a little wave, like, see ya! Shake my head. The only police mission in the entire game. Party time!
This would not have been possible without our wonderful curator, Angela, and this entire community. The way we pulled together to recover the stolen items is nothing less than amazing.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, those are some funk beats. Gotta study up on this guy.
Alrighty. So we were pressed for time last time in the museum, so we're gonna take our time with it this time around. And these are real people you can look up if you want to. These are real musicians. Does he still look like he has, like, that weird thing on his nose? Yes, he does. I'm really wondering about you, Linky. If he ate, then Zelda can come up again. Because we can put his food away and then Zelda can come up. Nice piano playing. Alright, what do we got over here? He didn't have any soft food today? I mean, you can be like little warden with both of them for the soft food thing. I gave him crunchies, so I'm saying his crunchies can go away and Zelda can come up. Of course we did the mission. We did this whole game. This is hard mode. That means you do everything all over again. This is Spider-Man hard mode. Harder difficulty, same game. How many times did I play through Arkham on different difficulties when the game came out? There's really no releases yet until next week. So Spider-Man will be over next week, and Mario RPG is going to be going on until December, and then Arkham comes out. Again.
All that? And she was a secret agent fighting Nazis? Huh. Josephine Baker, role model.
Mm-hmm. Dancer in France, I believe. Right, so we looked at the piano, we looked at the flapper chick. Really? Awesome, thank you. Man, that looks like my old drum kit. Mine was silver, though. Mm-hmm. What do we have here? What do I think of the game? It's pretty good. I still have my favorite. I like the 2018 Spider-Man more, but I like a game where I can actually play as multiple heroes and it does what it's advertised. I feel like the Arkham games kind of led me around on, you know, clickbait for years. I will never forgive Rocksteady for that year when I was at E3 and they showed that trailer showing Robin, Nightwing, and Batman in Gotham City standing out and then seeing how big the world was, only to be able to play as Batman the entire game. Ugh. That was so...
Hey,
frustrating.
I heard you helped find the missing saxophone.
Yeah, got to hold it. Bird coax miracles from that hunk of metal.
My dad was a big Charlie Parker fan. He'd be happy to know the sax is here for everyone to appreciate.
And maybe lead them back to the music. Music is magic.
Music stores are really fun. I mean, if I was doing it, Eclipse, how I would go about it, I would do a Miles Morales 2 and see how well that game does, and have Cindy Moon, like, kind of be a side focus of that game. And then by the time we get to the Spider-Man 3 game, then Cindy's already kind of been pre-established. I think it would be a bad idea to just go right into the next Spider-Man 3 game and kind of rush Cindy. She needs kind of like room to grow in a spin-off game. Or they could do what they did with Miles and instead of giving Miles Morales 2, they could do Silk as its own game and kind of build her up the same way they did Miles. Like, it might work. I mean, you never know. I would milk this franchise as much as possible.
Really make a difference in the world.
Because, I mean, you know, basically, Arkham did the same thing after Arkham City when they had their big sequel. Then they tried to do the whole Arkham Origins thing, which more or less worked, kind of. And then it built up hype for the big, you know, third entry in the series, canonical third entry, Arkham Knight. So if I was Insomniac, I would be doing the same thing. But after their big magnum opus, their Arkham Knight, they need to continue to make Spider-Man games. They can't just leave fans hanging. But I think their plan is probably to start things with the Wolverine game and some other stuff. So they want to migrate fans over to other superhero properties. But I would keep the Spider-Man franchise going as long as possible. Silk game, Miles Morales 2, Spider-Man 3, Venom spin-off. Because there's an audience there that's literally giving you money. You don't want to neglect that. Especially if you can have good storylines that you can keep, like, making games from. I would make a Cindy Moon Silk game the same, like, size as the Miles Morales one, like a 6 to 4 hour game. You know, in order to complete it would take about 10 hours. And try to get that up in the next year and a half, personally. Just like they did with Miles Morales.
We were hoping you'd be here. Oh, wow. Your mom is something else.
That she is.
Can you believe that guy pretended to be a donor and then robbed the place?
Thank God he didn't get away with it.
I agree. This stuff needs to be here. Not in some guy's penthouse where he's the only one who could see it.
Hmm?
It's so cool how other people have been able to do music and save the world stuff.
Yep. Yep. Hey, Jonathan, we already answered your question, buddy. So. Okay, what else do we have to look at? Spider Cat!
Hey, Miles!
The Wolverine game is in the same universe, yep.
I figured I'd better come see that saxophone. It's right in the place.
It was your tip that helped with the saxophone recovery.
Oh, not really. It was all ours, Spider-Man. The guy, not the cat.
Well, it was a community effort. Give your Spider-Man some ear scritches for me.
I will.
I would save Dr. Octopus and Green Goblin for the big Spider-Man 3 game. I wouldn't put them in any other game yet. I would focus on either Carnage or Chameleon, or introduce a new player into town. The return of Wilson Fisk would be interesting.
Congratulations on the exhibit. I'm glad it all came together.
Thanks to your mom and Spider-Man, of course. Whew, this neighborhood is blessed to have them both.
Whoa, that one lady looks like the Crypt Keeper. Terrifying. So many wrinkles. It's okay.
Huh. So basically, Bebop let musicians show off. Eugene was right. That is what MCs do. Gotta listen a little more closely.
Oh, jazz is fun because people go nuts in jazz. Like, musicians, like, ad-lib all the time. That's why I really enjoyed being, like... I almost was a studio musician for jazz stuff.
I should finish looking around before I go talk
too much
to Mom
pain.
and get out.
Pain never goes away. Yeah, I mean, I would show him using the... At the end of the credits for either the Miles Morales game or the Silk game, I would show Norman injecting himself with the G serum and turning into the Goblin, and saying, Spider-Man will return in Spider-Man 3. The Goblin, or something. That would actually work. Yep. Backpack with the cat is amazing. It's my favorite Miles costume. One of them. It's okay. Already did the saxophone. That was the saxophone we actually spent all that time saving, which is good. Well, I was just thinking about this now. I would want Wilson Fisk to come back with Peter Parker still around because, like, Peter Parker put him away, and then Miles made sure he didn't set up base in Harlem. So he has a vendetta against both Spider-Men. It wouldn't make sense to just, like, go after just Peter. I'd want to see... That's why Fisk would be a fun side character in the Green Goblin and Doc Ock game. Is because he has a vendetta with both Spider-People. Where is, Genki? Genki's here somewhere. Because this is a jazz museum. They're having a party here, but this is a museum about like the 1920s to the 1940s. It goes up to, well, actually there might be stuff from the 50s here. I have to see some of the kits. Because the drum sets changed over time. And that looks like a 40s kit. And this looks like a... Let me see. That's probably 60s right there. Because I can, based on the way the cymbals are hanging like that, like jazz cymbals for like a 30s and 40s kit, like the cymbals would be much lower. So that's like more 60s style. If that was a 70s and 80s kit, you would see the kick would have like 2 pedals on it. Or not, sorry, there'd be 2 mallets. And then you would have another pedal over here by the hi-hat. So that would be very common with 80s and 70s drum sets. Because you'd have double bass. So that looks kind of like what the type of cymbals and hi-hats they would use here. This would be something you would see like on a televised thing for like the Beach Boys or something. So it'd be like late 50s, early 60s, mid 60s. That type of kit. If this, if that cymbal in the background was a little bit lower and it didn't have quite that modern, like, stand to it, I would say that's kind of the style of, like, what the 1930s drum sets would be for jazz. But you would need, like, a much bigger cymbal to act as kind of like, I forget the style of cymbal they called that. But it'd be a much bigger, because you used the cymbal to add, like, instead of just hitting the hi-hat, you would actually like incorporate your beats with using hi-hat style, but on like a bigger cymbal, and it'd be much lower. It'd be like right, just maybe a few centimeters above like the floor tom.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Zombie says all of the people in Harlem see Miles in his costume because why is Teo acting like he doesn't know Miles is Spider-Man?
I don't know if Teo was in that scene at the end, though, with seeing... He was in a different part of Harlem. Where's Genki? Genki was here. I forgot to talk to him. I want to talk to Genki. There he is. We haven't talked to Genki yet.
Hey, I guess it all worked out. This museum is fire. And so much music I want to go listen to now.
Right? Bro, it's so inspiring. Hey, you want to have breakfast tomorrow? I can tell you all my new music ideas.
Let's do it. I'm gonna keep checking this out.
Yeah, it's been so long since I played, I can't remember all the... There are different names for symbols.
Miles, isn't this place awesome? I'm embarrassed to say I've never been here before. But after hearing about the robbery, I thought I'd better come check it out. From what I heard, that guy convinced himself all this stuff rightfully belonged to him.
Crazy what some people can convince themselves is true.
Okay, we talked to everybody, so it's time to dance with Mom, and then go do the spray paint mission. Nice. I love the freedom of jazz. Like, it's, like, very, very freeing. It was, but like I said, after my car accident, I can't really play anymore. It causes too much pain to my upper body. It's like, makes my ribs on fire, because I'll never recover from that, like, internally. But, you know, the good thing is, I'm able to speak, and the vibrations from my voice don't cause pain to my, you know, upper respiratory area, but playing drums does.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. Angela told me the museum has a record number of new memberships.
Seriously?
They're gonna be okay.
Couldn't have done it without you, Ma.
Now, hear me out. What if we really teamed up on the next one? I can get my own suit.
Ma.
Maybe. Algo con brillo.
Ma, stop. Stop. Stop it. Get out of here.
Dance with me. Show me how to salsa.
Spider Mom! I know, I love that. So, Link, how long have you been our cat now? What does that mean? I think this... Day did he come? He came on September 14th, I believe. So, his 2nd month anniversary with us is next Tuesday. Link will be with us for 2 months now. Hi, Brianna. How's it going?
Danicasters, you remember those recent thefts at the Harlem Cultural Center? Turns out, Darren Shipman was pulling the strings. If that name sounds familiar, it's because he's a multi-millionaire with his name on everything, because his money is in everything. So, we have a special guest today to drop some knowledge on us about an exciting new opportunity for budding artists to share in the joys of responsible art. Please welcome renowned street artist and head of the Cooper Art Coalition, Haley Cooper.
Hi, Danica. I'm Genki Lee, Haley's interpreter. She's signing next to me. She says she's... concerned? Oh, excited to be here. I'm still learning.
Fantastic. Welcome, both of you. So, Haley, tell us all about your coalition.
Thanks, Danica. Thanks for interpreting, Genki. You're doing great. Aw, thanks. I was born deaf. Sign language didn't come easy at first, so I drew my feelings. I communicated through art. Still do. So, when I found a copy of one of my pieces up for sale, it felt like a piece of me was stolen with it. That's when I started the Cooper Art Coalition, a union that protects NYC artists of all mediums from theft.
That's brilliant. It's about time we had a force to fight underground theft like this. Can you tell us more about what the coalition is doing to protect artists?
We look out for each other, make sure we don't see copies where copies shouldn't be. And we have digital activists keeping an eye out for unauthorized online dealings. We're 63 artists strong, and growing every day.
I love this. Awesome organization protecting awesome people. How can budding artists get in touch?
Through our website. Link is on the Danicast blog homepage. Send a picture or two of your pieces and your weight and... oh no, your name. And, we'll be in touch.
There you have it, folks. The Cooper Art Coalition. Any words of advice before we bid you adieu?
Yeah. Don't steal art. Not cool.
Can't argue with that, Haley.
Oh, that one was all me. Haley says if you do, the artists might haunt you in the afterlife.
I can't prove they won't. Later, Danikids.
Zelda. Zelda. She's not coming. Ah! Link, why? That's my seat. Get up. I'm gonna sit on you.
Link, come on.
That's my seat. That's my seat. Mine. My gosh, this is my chair. Now it's all warm and weird. Alright, so, yeah, you guys heard podcast stuff. There's not enough podcast stuff in this game. On your feet, lose your seat. Yeah, Link was literally sitting there, looking at the microphone, sniffing it. I didn't have my camera with me, though, so I couldn't take the picture and put it on Instagram. I tried to get Zelda out of the basement, because I've already heard the podcast stuff, so... No, she hangs out in your office downstairs. She likes it. Although, I don't want to tell you on the air, so I'll tell you off the air. Do we have the card for that guy? The guy who came, the nice guy with the machine. The reasonably priced guy. Yeah. Because I might, in January or something, I might need him to come back. More than 2. I've found several. Yes.
Which one of you is the alpha?
Yes, I was. Because then my mouse is right there.
You sure it's not cool?
I'm pretty sure it's not muted anymore. Man, I wish Agent Venom would have shown up.
Hi everyone, hi Lisa.
Oh no, nothing. You didn't do anything.
I think Link wanted to be the host for a little bit, says Brianna. Cats are notorious thieves, says Lisa.
He is.
He will, if you get up for a second, he will take your seat.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there, he's like, yes, and now I'm sitting.
Yes.
It's like, wow, dude. Did you not see me hosting a live stream? Like, literally, I need to sit there.
I love that move. That move is like the best. Well, yeah.
Hi Lisa, hi Shadow Trooper, hi Julia. Sunnyside said, I've heard a lot about your channel. Great to see you guys. Hi Sunnyside.
How did you find us?
Says I've heard great things about your channel.
I'd like to hear some of those great things. We're like suppressed so much that it's so hard for people to find us. Only way people find us is word of mouth.
Usually we have to explain to people who we are.
We actually thought because of how bad of shape our channel was that we were shadow banned. That's the lie we were told. But then we found out on Friday that our views are actually being suppressed and removed every day to basically put us in purgatory.
A lot more people are watching than is shown.
Yeah.
So like if you see 60 people watching, there's probably 240 people watching possibly.
I would say yeah. If you see 60, I would round it up to like at least 200 people. Yeah. Yep, if there's 100 people, there's 400 people. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like if you get 1,000 views, you really got between 5,000 and 8,000 views.
Yep. A 2-hour stream is like 4,000 views instead of 1,000. It's a huge mess. I guess I'll find out. Tomorrow is Monday. We'll see like if any big, you know, video game talking people actually say anything about what happened over the weekend. Nothing might happen of it, but I hope something does.
Zombie55 says it's time for Link to become a Let's Player.
Ha!
Yep.
Give him a little microphone. And give him a little, like, cat headset. It's gonna be kind of adorable.
Yeah, definitely, Lorraine. Sign language is pretty weird, but I guess if you...
I know some of it.
If you are deaf, then you kind of have to learn it, even though it's weird, because...
Hey, I just got a message from our mystery bot tracker.
What'd it say?
I don't know yet. It's using some weird syntax, and there's gaps in the code. I can figure it out. I just need another iced coffee. And maybe a blueberry muffin.
Blueberry muffin. Spiderverse Bot.
Luke wants muffins.
I'm actually gonna have some Arby's like during the Mario
To
stream.
be completely honest, I found you from Abdallah's channel, says Tyler.
Yeah, he's a friend of ours.
Yeah, we like Abdallah. And, yeah. And then the rest of the people that we knew from online are mainly Skylanders people from a long time ago.
Yeah, and some of them aren't around anymore.
And we like Rob, Skylander Rob, Point Out TV. And we were actually going to end up being on the same like area as we were about to live near each other when Abdallah was in Chicago. We were going to live in this similar area. But I think he moved from Chicago now.
Yeah, we almost ended up living in the same area, but then he had to move.
we actually, because of all the crime in Chicago, we're probably not gonna end up moving to Chicago.
Nope. Can't go to Wisconsin or Chicago. Have to go somewhere else.
Oh, thank you, Droggle. That's so kind of you. Droggle says, I've actually been spreading the word around my work about your channel when people ask about wholesome gaming channels.
Thank you. We appreciate that, Droggle. Bless you, Sarah. Bless you. Downtown Queens.
Well, I will do I will keep trying to be as wholesome as I can, and then I'll be thankful for the word you guys are spreading about that. I appreciate that.
No dark facts.
I won't.
Really wish my superpower was
That breaks the whole
places
wholesome
at
thing.
once.
Wide open.
I know that. I'm not
There's a
doing
blockade.
it anymore.
Gotta stop those hunters before they hurt someone.
You can get all defensive. It's cute.
But, I mean, I didn't set out to. I just was being myself online.
I know.
I wasn't trying to make like a certain image or anything.
So, just so you know, guys and gals, the streams are kind of running a little bit later than they normally did, but they're also going to be starting a little bit earlier. So, I mean, 5-10 minutes after the Spider-Man stream ends, that's when Mario is going to begin. And we don't know if we're doing Drago's stream tonight or somebody else's.
May I tell you my plan? I'm gonna tell you it. So basically today, like, because we had so many members, it was hard for me to say no to people because people kept coming in the room. So my plan is, I'm gonna count, if we do another Mario and Smash stream combined, I'm gonna count how many rounds. I'm gonna go back to the stream and see how many rounds of Mario we did, Mario Kart, and see how many rounds of Smash I played. I'm gonna actually count how many people I fought. So each round was 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I saw Spiderverse.
And then you can count how many rounds, because the Mario Kart is also timed. It's only a certain amount. So I'm gonna go through and count, and then say it was like 20. Say I did like 20 rounds of Mario Kart and like 15 rounds of Smash.
Right.
Then I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna tell people, like, next time we do the community stream, it has to be 2 hours. So this was 2 hours and 45 minutes. So that means I have to cut it down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count how many rounds we do in Mario Kart. So if, say it was 20, then I'm gonna tell everyone we could only do 14 rounds of Mario Kart.
And you have to start on time.
And I have to start on time. And then after the 14 rounds of Mario Kart, instead of like 15 people in Smash, I'll be like, we're gonna do 14 rounds of Mario Kart and then 14 rounds of Smash. The first 14 people that get in, I'm playing them. And then after that, I can't, because we have to go to the next stream.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna count how long it was. I'm gonna make sure it's exactly 2 hours, because I think I can cut it down that way.
I knew I saw a
and
spider
then if you
thingy.
can't get in, then you can just get in next time, because I know I have to do it. Because Luke, guys and gals, just so you guys know, because I'm not trying to, like, whatever, but basically Luke noticed that after 2 hours of streaming, then they start to take views from the channel if I'm still streaming community stream. So it makes it, like, difficult for the channel.
Don't give too much of our trade secrets, because the person who's sabotaging our channel, you know.
Oh.
That's okay, just don't go into it.
Yeah, so basically I have to keep my streams around 2 hours, so for community streams I'm going to say exactly how many rounds. And I'm going to play that many rounds. So I'm going to go analyze the stream I just did and then see how many rounds it was.
Ow. Ow.
Thank you, Bowman. That's very sweet.
I didn't mean to do that.
So yeah, I mean, like, then it will be completely fair. Then it won't be like, oh guys, I'm really stressed out. I can't do it anymore. I'm already late. I won't have to say that. I'll be like, I'm doing this many people, and once we get to this many rounds, then we're done. Then everyone will know what's going on.
What is this?
Also, Luke, today we started, and then that way, like, you know, we did, and then a lot of members did get in, though, like.
Ow.
I mean,
what is this?
This month we had a lot of gifted members, but on the months that we don't have a lot of gifted members, then our paying members will easily get in for Smash. Because you know, there's a lot of months where we don't have gifted members, and we just have our $5 a month members that keep the channel going every month. Help us keep scraping by.
I have a question. How come, like, aren't there supposed to be hunter wilds? I know I didn't complete all the hunter wilds, so why are they not around? Like, they're supposed to be here.
You're sweet, Gio. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and we're running late for Mario, guys and gals.
It's my fault.
This stream hasn't hit 1,000 views yet, so we can't stop yet. Because if we stop a stream under 1,000 views, it hurts the next stream. It's a huge vicious cycle.
Oh, people were wondering who hired. Who hired what? King? Wait, no. No, Kingpin doesn't need someone to hire him. I forgot. Who hired who?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Oh!
Thank you, Bowman. That's very
Ouch! It didn't kill me, though.
Yeah, I will work on my dark facts and not do that. I'll save that for a dark facts channel.
Yeah.
Hi, Julia. Hi, Nick's Galaxy.
I don't think of it.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, seriously? Leaving the game. There's crime at the... Where am I? Central Park? Where am I?
I've been telling my friends about your channel too. Thank you, Nick's Galaxy.
Appreciate that, Nick's
I
Galaxy.
appreciate that a lot.
Word of mouth is the best.
We'll just keep doing the best we can. Also, I feel a lot better knowing that when it says 70 people are watching, really it's more like 250.
Probably.
So, I mean, that's making me feel a lot better because that's what I said on my stream today, was I was starting to think that people just stopped liking us. But that's not true. People are still watching us. They're just not telling us that all those people are watching.
They're not counting them as people.
And so I think that's been really hurting our confidence, like, this week. Like, we finally got to see that stream that was saying it was getting 1,000 actually got 8,000 views. Actually, it might have gotten 13,000 views because they didn't even count everything.
See how it has this huge area over here? I think this is DLC. I don't think, like, they wouldn't have this thing available over here and over here if this is not going to be incorporated into the game later.
No, I'm not. That's very sweet, Dr. Spooky. I'm trying to not do, like, dark stuff anymore. Like, I used to, like, be fascinated by random facts on the internet. Now I just watch boring documentaries because my brain never shuts off.
Do you like to learn?
So, before it was like, you know, like when you get like candy and it helps you to go really fast? Well, that's all like the weird dark facts on the internet were like candy for me, and now I've moved on to protein powder. My protein powder is the documentaries. So I'm learning all kinds of stuff. I'm learning... I just finished a 3 because of that whole thing about the Roman Empire. They have this great documentary about the Roman Empire that's 3 hours long, and I watched the whole thing. I've watched the whole thing a couple times, actually, because I forget things in it, and then I, like, watch it again. And every time I watch that documentary on the Roman Empire, I always, well, actually, something dark did stand out to me.
No.
I won't say it.
No.
It had to do with a little kid in the Roman Empire and something bad that happened to them. But
No.
I'm not gonna talk about it here.
Refrain.
I'm not gonna say it, but if you watch that documentary, there's a documentary with Mary somebody, and it's 3 hours long, and there's a little...
See, you just can't help yourself.
I know, maybe I do center around on the darkest thing possible. But anyways, I'm trying to make my mind attached to more, like, good
Trying
things
to make
for
your
my
mind attached.
I want Luke to get me... I hope that Luke will get it for me for Christmas, but what I want is Blue's House for Imaginary Friends, and I want him to put it on my TV downstairs, figure out how to set it up.
You want me to
downstairs.
go?
I want to be able to watch it downstairs so I can watch wholesome things, so I can be wholesome again. Make Amber wholesome again.
Okay.
I want to be able to watch that. If I watch that like 10 minutes a day, then I'll be a good person.
Isn't your white PS4 downstairs?
I don't know how to hook it up to the TV.
Okay, alright, I'll take care of that.
I don't know how it attaches. I don't know anything about it.
Okay, alright.
I should give that TV and that PS4 to my dad so he can watch stuff.
No, that's yours. You're not going to be doing any video recording or anything down there, right? Probably not?
Probably not.
Okay, so I'll just hook it up the regular way, and you'll be able to watch stuff right away.
I mean, you can figure out how to hook it up for video recording later.
Nope.
For now, I just want to watch stuff.
Nope, I'm just gonna do it the old way.
Because if there's like a person, like a guest, like...
Yeah, and then you just show them how to turn on the PS4. And you don't want me to connect it to the internet, right? You just want it to be able to watch videos, like DVDs and Blu-ray. Correct? Okay. That's easy. I can easily do that.
I don't have work tonight or Wednesday this week, says Droggle. He doesn't have work tonight or Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay, Droggle, Luke's gonna check with some people and then we might be able to do it tonight. I think we can do it tonight as long as there's nobody else that Luke accidentally promised to.
I mean, I can always move those people because they're more flexible. And also, Droggle's gone a month and almost 2 weeks without an ultimate.
Alright, so we will do Droggles tonight then.
Yeah, if Amber is up to it.
As long as you don't mind, Droggle. Yeah, I would like to do it.
Because I can do,
Thank you, Droggle.
I can do James Trigg, and I can do.
Thank you for your generosity, Droggle, and always being very kind and generous. Thank you so much. We don't deserve you, Droggle.
Because people who still need ultimates is Wally, and game.
You ultimates are not the heroes we deserve, but the ones we need right now.
Mm-hmm. If you guys are wondering, I'm looking for spider bots. I'm not doing the deaf girl thing today. I'll do it tomorrow probably, or later.
I just want to be able to watch like animated shows that I like, but I'm not a huge... I like the animated series, but that's because that was the only thing that was on. I really like Blue's House for Imaginary Friends and some other things that are more like goofy. I don't know if I like serious animated shows very much though.
Okay.
I'm not that into comics, no offense.
You know, you're allowed to have your own likes. You don't have to be a copycat of me.
I'm not trying to be a copycat of you.
I know.
I try to spend time with you and watch what you like, but I don't always like what you're watching.
I know. I'm telling you, it's totally fine.
I'm not trying to be a copycat.
How come every time I go to one of those red things, they're always gone? Like, that's super annoying. I actually tried to, And what do those rings even accomplish?
When are you doing X-Men, says John Raymond?
X-Men? All right, John's X-Men. X-Men will be this week, John. Let me know a day that works for you. Because I'm still trying to get the game from a friend of mine in order to show it. Same thing with Wally. Like, you guys have asked for a little hard to find games, but I have a supplier, so it's just like, you know.
Well, we were originally doing that X-Men game for Drago, but we couldn't get it to
No. Both John and Wally have very old taste.
Oh,
so.
I know, but we were doing that one X-Men
Yeah.
for Drago at one point.
Right, but that wasn't technically a retro game.
I didn't say retro, I was talking about X-Men.
I know.
It wasn't... Huh? But I was saying we couldn't get it to work because of the screen.
Right.
It took too long to...
Yep.
It was like the bit rate was all messed up or something.
Yep. That is a correct term.
Thank you, J-Dog, that's very sweet.
I was actually having frame rate issues, but...
It was 14 matches today, says Soulflare. I went back and counted it.
Wow.
Wow, thank you, Soulflare.
We did 14 matches? That's pretty incredible, Ams.
So maybe... And
You
we
can't-
didn't get through all the members.
No, you can't get through all the members.
So
It'll
maybe
take
we'll have
hours.
to make... So it was more than a 2-hour stream.
Yes, it was.
So... How could I possibly do all the members and...
The only way you could have done it is if the entire stream was dedicated to Smash Brothers or the entire stream was dedicated to Mario Kart. And you told me
I don't like
you didn't want to do that. You wanted... So I had to come up with a thumbnail design that was going to incorporate both things that you wanted. Which was pretty hard to do, actually.
The reason why I don't like that is because I don't like it when people are like... The reason I don't like that is because... Number one, Smash is really intense for me. I get scared because it's so hard. And if that's the only thing I'm doing, then... It's like... All I'm doing is repeatedly getting beat up by everyone. And losing 14 times in a row. That's the entire stream. That makes me feel depressed.
Got it.
Check you out.
So you understand? Oh no, you got the spider.
Yeah, I was going for the spider, but also I understand what you're saying. Yes.
It's like, and also some people don't have like Smash, and also I wanted to do members Smash because, and I didn't want to do everyone with Smash, so like it made me feel better to have like, okay, everyone can play Mario Kart, but only members can play Smash.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like Mario Kart is easier to play because more people can get in at a time. The only thing that bothers me playing Mario Kart is when people are talking to me and asking me very specific questions, and they're like, how come you're not answering me? And I literally cannot answer them right now because I'm driving in Mario Kart, and then I turn my head to literally try to see what they're trying to say to me repeatedly in the chat, and then I crash the car, and then I'm 12th place when I was doing a little bit better than. And then people were like, why are you always 12th? It's like, because I'm constantly trying to look at the chat, and then I end up crashing the car.
That's funny. That is funny. Alright, so, yeah, basically we're trying to do filler so we get 1,000 views. So we're almost there. I'm collecting spider bots currently.
Well, I was saying if you are... This is just me talking.
Okay.
But if we do end up dividing like videos up and posting them somewhere else, then this filler section in which you just randomly wander around to get the views,
You cut it out.
then you just cut that part out of it.
Well, yeah,
there's
obviously.
no reason.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Since you're just wandering around.
Well, I am collecting spider bots,
well, you
but
are,
I
but
did...
It's not, it doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah,
it
it
won't be part of the story. Like, there's no point.
Yep. I mean, with live streams, it's really hard to, unless you dedicate an entire, like, episode to a side quest. Like, that's why, I mean, you know, uploads would be, I don't know.
No, it's my plan. You show me how to divide the stream up, and then I will upload it myself.
You're very cute. And
Why?
You just are. Just have, like, all these really great ideas, and I'm excited to try it.
I'm not trying it. When I have an idea, I keep doing it for at least 5 years.
Okay.
Even if it's not working, I keep going until it works.
Okay.
It's not trying. It's either do or do not.
Alright.
There's no such thing as trying, because if you just try it out, and the first time it doesn't work, then you're like, oh, I don't know if we should keep going. Well, you're gonna have to keep going longer than one time to see if it works. You're gonna have to keep continually doing it. You have to make a decision and live with it. You have to be like, I'm starting a new channel, and it's going to be uploads every 3 days from now for the next 10 years. Deal with it, world. It's happening.
Okay.
Then people are like, in the next 5 years, will you still be on the channel? Absolutely.
Alright, guys and gals. So, Amber's going to be taking over and doing Mario. I'm going to go eat some dinner, and then I'll be back to join with you guys. So Mario will literally be starting up in like 10 minutes. Not even. Before 9:45. So we're going to get that all set up. Thank you guys so much for watching. You'll be redirected. Sorry the schedule's a little bit off today, but I mean, you know, life happened, so. Also, Drago will get your... I'll be sitting here and get your stream set up as well. So thank you so much. And John and Wally, know that I am talking to my retro guy, and I'm trying to get your games, and I should have probably the X-Men game first, and then Wally, I'll let you know what's going on with the Flash game. But thank you guys so much for watching. This stream hit 1,000 views. It got, you know, some super chats, so thank you for the super chats. And we'll see you guys on Mario in 10 minutes. So intermission begins now. 10 to 15 minutes. God bless. Happy gaming.
See ya.